Fox, for the first time since a family of 4 was stabbed to death in Anderson County, their surviving loved one and the sheriff are sitting together for an interview with us.
Mike Scott and his wife Kathy and their 2 elderly mothers, Barbara Scott and Violet Taylor, were found dead in their home in Pendleton in 2015.
Fox Carolina's Brooklyn Cromer explains how they're working together
in an effort to generate new leads in this unsolved homicide.
One of the most haunting cases in Anderson County is now in the national spotlight. The popular true crime series Unsolved Mysteries just released a podcast about the massacre in Pendleton. Pam Isbell knows that time doesn't heal open wounds. Almost 8 years ago, her close-knit family was torn apart. Pam's mother, Barbara Scott, her brother Mike, his wife Kathy, and her mother, Violet Taylor, stabbed to death, then shot in their home on Refuge Road.
Listening to it, it was horrific. It was, even though there wasn't anything that was said that I didn't already know, I can't even explain the feelings that I had.
Anderson County Sheriff Chad McBride says this case hits home, and he hopes the podcast will help bring closure.
These murders happened before I came into office as the sheriff, but they're very important to me. I think a lot of people do not know that I have an interest other than being the sheriff of Anderson County, but a personal interest in it as well. My in-laws were good friends, especially with Barbara Scott and the family.
While there are no named suspects in the case, the sheriff says Kathy Scott's daughter and son-in-law are persons of interest. Amy and Ross Velarde adamantly deny being involved. Brooklyn Cromer, Fox Carolina News.
And coming up tonight at 10, the sheriff tells us more about why this case hits beyond the badge and why he's not stopping until arrests are made.